right. We are playing some Ill-Gotten Inheritance in Modern. And I'm going to keep this. 2 lands, Minecrank. You need a big gem to put between the horns. I do need a big gem to put between the horns. Maybe some green string to hold it up. Possibly green string. I'm probably going to go with the fishing line, to be honest. That's the plan. Something that's that's not going to show up on camera. That's the plan, anyway. Elixir of Immortality. All right. Sure. Well, we're going to Mindcrank, because Mindcrank is good, especially with Geralf's Messenger. And then Ill-Gotten Inheritance on turn 4. What are the decks you bringing to London? Modern EDH / other. I am probably bringing... I don't even know if I'm bringing Modern. I'm definitely bringing Commander. So I'll definitely have some pre-con Commander stuff, because I literally have pre-con Commander stuff. I have some decks that are like nearly Modern legal, not quite Modern, because that's what I just have in paper. Like in paper, I don't actually own that many Modern decks. I could put some Modern decks together if that's what people wanted to play. But I'm happy to just play. I actually kind of want to play more. I do kind of want to just play EDH more, mostly because I think the games will last longer. It's a bit more fun to play multiplayer. I think in general people will just enjoy it a bit more. Opponent loses Academy Ruins and Mikokoro, Center of the Sea. We get our Leech-ridden Swamp down, and so we can actually play an Ill-Gotten Inheritance next turn if our opponent does not just counter these things. Eric says, I really wish I could go. I'd love to meet you all in person and throw down some EDH. That would be good. I'm really looking forward to meeting some people from the chat. So some of the people who can come down to London. I think it's going to be amazing fun. So I'll be bringing the precons, which I've got like the 20. Oh god, I think I've got the one where the planeswalkers were the commanders. So I can't remember what year that was, but that's the one I've got. Silas says I won't be there. That's fair enough. I think coming to England from Australia will be would be quite a way to go. Which is yeah. I think it's fair that you're not making that long trip. Flight and hotel booked. Awesome. Love to hear it. I will be going down on the Friday and going and spending some time in the venue on the Friday, and the Saturday, and probably even the Sunday, and just try and spend as much time as I can. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Sower of Temptation. Ugh. All right, fine. What do I get down now? If I get I was gonna say, if I got a land, then I'd be pretty happy. Mutilate's not terrible. I mean, I can save Mutilate. Hey, Ergo, how's it going? Welcome. I'm gonna Bog first. Bog's pretty good. Get rid of all these lands. We could just Geralf's Messenger, or we could just... You know what? It's the namesake cards of the deck. Our opponent's playing counter magic. I'm going to get an Ill-Gotten Inheritance down. If our opponent wants to try and deal with that, that's fine. I'm completely happy with starting to Mutilate. Maybe even do some Grey Merchanting. Ooh, they're tapping out. Riftwing Cloudscape. Bounces our Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Alright, fine. Yeah. No blocks. Yeah. Well, we can Mutilate at least. Mutilate is pretty gosh darn good here. And we get the Undying trigger, I think. Mills our opponent even more. Love your new look. Did you get your villain horns waxed? Pretty much, yeah. Now this is how I've always looked. You've just not been able to see them. They've been green. So obviously the green screen is coming through now, so Remember the cycling deck? It's super cheap, even in paper. We'll surely buy that. The cycling deck would be pretty pretty awesome. I was going to be like maybe doing the same thing with my allies. I could definitely buy allies, I think, in paper. At least my original budget version, which I think it could be quite cool. Opponent Mall Drifters, that's fine. I have allies in paper. Awesome. Yeah, exactly. So I think just in general, it seems pretty sweet. Torment of Hellfire. Each opponent loses 3 life. If they lose 3 life, then they also have to mill 3 cards. I quite like that. I also have the benefit of MCM. MCM is amazing. I love MCM so much. So much cheaper. So much cheaper than the alternative. Alright, we're going to get in with Geralf's Messenger. If our opponent blocks here, does not block, but has to mill 4 cards anyway. Chronozoa, Deep Sea Kraken, Search for Azcanta, and Fairy Conclave. They're running Chronozoa. I immediately love them. I immediately love our opponent. It's so good. I mean, we're just going to run the Grey Merchant out, mill another 5 cards, Remand Island, Reliquary Tower, Remand Reliquary Tower. That's pretty decent. Pretty good. I mean, that is 2 Remands down and 2 Reliquary Towers down. And our opponent's at 5 life. And Torment of Hailfire is likely to either strip their hand or... I mean, we can just always... We're going to probably just Geralf's Messenger. That makes way more sense, but... the amusing thing about it is that Tree of Perdition actually gains our opponent life at this point. It's not ideal for us. Really not ideal. I have wanted to make Chronozoa Solemnity for a while. I think that could be really good fun. Because basically Chronozoa Solemnity with a sack outlet will because it's not even looping. It has to be as soon as it dies, so you have to have a sack outlet for it, basically. All right, let's attack. Because if our opponent doesn't block, then they're in some trouble anyway. I mean, actually, I think they're just dead regardless. Ooh, okay, double blocks. Fine. So now we just exsanguinate and win the game, I feel. Oh yeah, we just pay. It's not actually a thing like that. We just pay exsanguinate. Boom. All right. Game 2. Our opponent is playing something spicy. I don't know exactly what they are playing, but it is kind of cool. Let's bring in the Surgicals and go down a Blood Chief just to see what's going on. A couple of heartless summonings makes it infinite. Chronozoa is like a 3/3, I think. It's a 4 mana 3/3 that just makes more 3/3s. Yeah, it's Sacrifice Outlet is the right call. Yeah, we could definitely do Chronozoa Solemnity at some point. I think that'd be quite cool. Chronozoa Solemnity, but also go like Phyrexian, Unlife, and all that jazz. The trouble breaking MTGO with infinite loops is just that it just doesn't. It will just play the game out and then break, and then it will restart, and it will break, and then it will restart the game again, and you won't have done any of it. So it doesn't sound as fun as it should be. Unfortunately, it's not the most like it is fun the first time you do it, certainly, and there especially are ways that you can make it. It's like, oh, this is actually going to break the game, is it? Interesting, but yeah, exactly. LSV Oblivion Ring loop breaks it. I've got a video on my YouTube channel where we tried to write a replication targeting an animated doubling season. That got a bit silly very quickly. As in very, 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 very. Like, I think it basically just tried to calculate how many tokens it was going to add, and it was just like, nah, not doing that. Yeah, too many. It was a pretty fun game, that. And then unfortunately it tries to do it, and then it's just like, nope, gonna crash. Bye. The good old days of 11 Teferi. The thing is, the game can handle 11 Teferi emblems no problem. It's the stupid amount of doubling seasons that it can't handle, which is fine, because it, like, if you get more than one doubling season out, or at least like if you try to actually make token copies of doubling season, that's the sort of nonsense that is supposed to break MTGO. I would say that almost definitely is okay in breaking MTGO. Yeah, each doubling season sees each other copy and it gets messy. Precisely. I had opponent also target Boros Reckon with its own ability after giving indestructible and lifelink because it was targeting and resolving, and the timer wouldn't tick. That's. I think I remember you saying that, and it was just the most. It sounded like the most frustrating match. Like, it's just a DICK move to do. Like, why? Just why? There's not. You're not even playing at that point, are you? Right. We could Gary here. I'm going to Triskaidekaphobia first, because that seems like a good plan, considering our opponent's nearly very dead. Never mind, there's Remand. Nope, 50 minutes later, the game just restarted twice. Yeah, unfortunately, the halting problem is a bit of a pain. So, Geralf's Messenger. Well, unless our opponent can stop us playing Geralf's Messenger again, they're putting themselves on 13 life, which is precisely the right amount of life. Okay, there's another remand. Fine. Remand number 2. No probs. We're still at 18. We've got so much life gain in hand. They can't remand forever. They cannot remand forever. There was one player who played Shared Fate and then turn off all their stops. Shared Fate's the one where you... Oh, it's the weird drawing card one, isn't it? The player would draw a card, that player exiles the top card of one of their opponent's libraries face down instead. Who wants to remain forever? I do. No, wait, I don't. I want them definitely not to do that. Play Bajuka Bog. Right, so next turn. Next turn will be good. Next turn, Triskaidekaphobia is basically a win. If they can't deal with it, it's basically a win. Spellstutter Sprite, sure. Not a problem. 5 cards in hand still for our opponent. By the way, Auto Infinites also lock down the chat. Really? That seems random. Because the game can't process anything anymore. Really? Ah, MTGO, seriously. Why? Why is the chat system part of the game system, honestly? Ugh. Soda of Temptation. Alright, opponent is starting to get a bit spicy here. Okay. Do I wrath this away? Or do I just play Triskaidekaphobia? I don't know, actually. I think I'm probably just going to mutilate all this away. If our opponent's got an Aboro in their hand, I'm kind of okay with that. We get the Geralf's Messenger back. That's fine. Down to 11. And then, I mean, next turn... Oh, no, we definitely do not play Triskaidekaphobia now. Bad. Otherwise, we lose the game. Exactly 13 life, we lose the game. I love how it says exactly 13 life. It's as if, like, each player with 13 life loses the game. I mean, that's just... That's the better thing, right? That's the way more precise thing. Each player with 13 life, rather than exactly 13 life. I guess it's just a bit of a weird template. I'm a bit of a templating person. Like, when there used to be a forum on the actual main website for the rules templating, the rules. I can't remember what it's called. It's like rules theory and templating. Forum on the main site was really, really good fun. Because people would just come up with the most bizarre combos that you've ever even thought of. It was so good. Blood Chief 1. I want to attack. Try and deal our opponent some damage. Like, if they let this through, then Grey Merchant is pretty nearly lethal. Bit of Gary. Can't go wrong. Down to 1. Blood Chief triggers. Blood Chief says yes. Alright, opponent. Can you deal with us? I mean, yeah, it makes Exsanguinate lethal, but I don't want to win through Exsanguinate. That's just cheap. Come on, deck. Do we keep him alive? Do I keep him alive and kill them with Triskaidekaphobia? Ooh, Temporal Mastery. Okay. We're not dead yet. Or they're not dead yet. Another Temporal Mastery. Alright. Good job. Down to 6 cards in hand. Down to 6. Never give the blue player more turns. Okay, good point. Never give the blue player more turns. Fair enough. Spellstutter Sprite. Yep. Alright, 5 cards in hand. I mean, next turn I could just play Retreat to Hagra, get it countered, then Exsanguinate, or we could just attack. We're actually at the point where we do need to deal our opponent some damage, so somehow we need to actually cast and resolve one of these things. Nykthos will help, obviously. Actually, to be fair, oh no, this isn't a Leech-ridden Swamp, so never mind. Opponent shouldn't attack here. It would be the wrong call. First turn spell, they drop over to Surgical. Surgical to see hand. Alright, yeah. Let's go for the Spellstutter Sprite, I guess. So they have Kira, Mistbind Click, Reliquary Tower, Riftwing Cloudscape. Alright. So our opponent is going to try and tap all of our lands down. Multiple times, in fact. Which is somewhat annoying, but probably fine. Alright. Interesting. So, in our upkeep, Mistbind Click. Yup. Can we do anything in response? No. Nothing we have is instant speed yet. Tap all lands target player controls. Boo. There's Grey Merchant. Well, we could always just attack, but that's not going to end well for us. So I think we'll just pass. Opponent can do that again as well, which is really annoying because they can misbind their misbind, which gets back Spellstutter, I guess. They don't need to do that. One of the annoying things is they can actually just keep looping this, which will cause problems for us. If they keep looping it, then we are in problem. We are in trouble. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I should have just attacked. Should have just attacked with the Geralf's Messenger there. All right. Well, if it's still alive on our turn, then we can do that. But Mistbind Click. Yep. 3 cards in hand, so we sort of know what those cards are. I haven't taken a screenshot, but we know what those cards are. They're just getting in there. Alright. Mistbind Click. Misbind's the Misbind. Yeah, sure. So this is kind of what I didn't want to do. There's our Swamp. Alright. So if we attack now... What do they block? Gary dies? What can they actually do? They have to be able to deal with this now, don't they? They have to actually be able to... What do they have to champion this, I guess, is the question. Like, you have to attack or they win. Do they? Oh, they got too much flying. Yeah, they probably do. Alright, I screwed that one up. That's fine. Too much flying. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go down one of the torments. I really want to get the Blood Chief Ascension online. I really do. I feel like that's going to be our win condition. I'm going to take this off as well because it's hurting my head. Ah, jeez. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. So, Faeries. Faeries, Faeries, Faeries. How do we deal with Faeries? That's the real question. That's a really interesting question. I could also just put my new glasses on as well. I actually literally can't see a damn thing with these on. So I'm going to immediately take those off. Christ. Also, mostly because I'm blind to start with. Actually, not that blind. But they do not make... It's not for... you can't really see much. It looks like a disco in the glasses when you had them on. I can imagine that. Yeah, it's pretty much what's going on. They've got like they've got reflective little bits on them. They're quite cool. I like them. Let's mulligan this. Nope. Okay. That was probably that hand was probably better. Never mind. Bajuka Bog. Regrets, I immediately have a few, but we'll see. Swamp? Hey, it's a swamp. Okay. That's a lot better. I'm a lot happier about that now, but I still would now... What would I like to see now? Something cheaper? Having another Nykthos seems bad for us, really. Especially with they've got double blue up, then they're almost certainly going to have Remand. They're just going to have it. That's how it works. So next turn we can actually Nykthos something. I say Nykthos, sorry. We can if they tap out, we can Ill-Gotten Inheritance. That's what I want to see. Are they going to do that? Are they going to tap for anything? No. Sensible. That's a Mutilate. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going to play the second Nykthos. That would just be very, very, very greedy. Unfortunately, it is giving our opponent more chance to do stuff. Like Scion or Una, for example. Yeah. Academy Ruins. Yep. Gets in for 1. Others, fairies you control, have Shroud. Alright. Come on, land. Good. Well, that's a good start. Ill-Gotten Inheritance. We'll see if our opponent counters this. They probably do. This is probably remanded. Yep. 1 remand. 1 remand down at least. Which is good. Good for us. Opponent probably running Academy Ruins for the Elixir of Immortality, I guess. Just so they can shuffle stuff back in from their graveyard. That'd be my guess anyway. Not sure that's correct, but that'd be what I'm guessing on. Anyway, come on, people. I want you to tell me about something cool that's happening in your life. Are you watching an awesome TV program? Are you playing an awesome video game, or indeed even a board game or a role-playing game or something like that? Tell me something cool that's going on in your life right now. I want to know. Something cool. I mean, you're lying. There is no way that I'm in any way cool. I'm afraid that is just complete garbage. And not at all true. But you're very kind. I don't think I've ever been cool. Stop it! Triple bloody remands. Come on. It's ridiculous. So as bad as it sounds, have you seen the trailer for the live-action Dora the Explorer movie? It's rather hilarious, and apparently Danny Trejo is playing Boots the Monkey, and Benicio del Toro is Swiper. Now, I didn't watch Dora the Explorer. We weren't really exposed to it in this country. Not as much as the Americans were, basically. Wow. Are we going to get completely owned by Spelter Sprite? I think we are, aren't we? Yikes. Well then. Huh. How dead are we? Our opponent is countering all of the things. I don't think we can win this game. Vidalcan Shackles. Yup. I mean, sure. They have... Alright. That takes us down to 2. It is mutilate time. It's that time again. It's mutilate time. Play the swamp. Let's go mutilating. Like, my goodness. That is a lot of fairies. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. Now they can't flicker anything in, at least, which is good. They've got Vidalcan Shackles, which does not really help, because we're not really playing... Oh god, they've got an Ancestral Vision again. Ugh. 6 cards. Well, we're not dead. We ain't dead yet. Grey Merchant is not great for us anymore, because obviously they'll just steal it and start swinging at us. So it's really the time for probably Exsanguinate, I guess? Or indeed Ill-Gotten Inheritance, even more so. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go on. Yes, it finally bloody resolves. Oh, Jesus. We can retreat. I could retreat first. That is potentially true. Probably should have retreated first, and then we'd have got an extra trigger. You tell you what, I can't even play the second land. Yeah, you're right. We should have retreated first, and then Ill-Gotten Inheritance, but doesn't matter because we're dead. And that literally would have caused us... Oh, we would have been fine. Yeah, that's cost us the game. GG because Flash. Yep. Yep. Punt. All right, you can give me a punt for that one. I deserve that.